Hey everyone. Yeah, it's been a while. Life has thrown a bit of everything my way. Good, bad, and downright ugly. But if I could share just one piece of news with you, I'd go with the best one. I recently became a dad, which means that from now on, this house isn't just home to one big kid playing with toys. There's a new little one joining in too. Now, will that slow me down? Maybe a little. But stop me? Not a chance. And as you can see, I finally got my hands on a pen display. By the way, not a sponsored video. Does this mean I'm ditching clay and going full digital? Well, no, not quite. But right now, this just feels like the direction I want to explore. And I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't mention that a few of my upcoming projects will be sculpted digitally. And if you're someone who swears by clay, I get it. But digital sculpture isn't a shortcut. It's still sculpture, just digital. It's still about solving the same problems, chasing the same details, and building forms from the ground up, just with a different set of tools. The medium's changed, not the mindset. And if you ask me what I love most about it, it's the speed. It's fast, way faster than clay. And then to bring it into the physical world, you simply get it 3D printed. But once the printing's done, it's back to the same paints, the same brushes, the same airbrush. So really, the process isn't so different. Now, to break in this new setup, I wanted to create something special, something nostalgic for me. So I picked Mario, but not the bouncy cartoon plumber we all know. This guy's been through some stuff. He's realistic, battle-hardened, and kind of even looks like someone straight out of a Gears of War style universe. I would even call him Wario, but Nintendo beat me to that one. This version was inspired by a killer concept from the amazing Andrew Domachowski. He nailed that sweet spot between realism and personality. And the moment I saw his Mario, I knew I had to make him. Huge shout out to Andrew for the inspiration. Now, here's the thing. Mario isn't just a random character for me. He is my childhood hero. I was maybe 4 or 5 when my dad brought home this 8-bit dandy console with a magical yellow cartridge. It was the very first 1985 Super Mario Bros. Game. And that was it. I was hooked. And obviously at that time, that game was so difficult for me. It was brutal. Every time Mario jumped, I jerked my legs like I was jumping too. Spoiler, it didn't help. My mom would sometimes laugh at me for that. And my dad would sometimes play with me. Ah, sweet memories. I have never actually managed to beat the game, but somehow Mario stuck with me all these years. And while I'm rambling on about all this, you're probably noticing something happening on screen. Well, I am sculpting. And what you're actually seeing is a mix of screen recordings and real footage of me using my pen display in a program called ZBrush. It's a digital sculpting tool that lets me build, shape, and refine characters in virtual 3D. Kind of like digital clay. So yeah, now you know what's going on. And no, it's not AI. If any of you were thinking something that offensive, shame on you. That's actually me doing the work. And the cool part, since these sculpts are digital, you can actually download my models, print them, and paint them however you want. It's my way of sharing these characters with you, and it helps support the channel, so I can keep making more stuff like this. So if you're interested in getting any, the link is in the video description. I've only got a few up right now, but I'll be adding more as I go. Oh, and one last thing. It turns out 96% of you watching aren't subscribed. Subscribing is totally free and it seriously helps the channel grow. And hey, you can always change your mind later. So go right ahead and subscribe. Come on, don't be shy. And since this is Sculpt Tales, well, you know how it works. I sculpt and I tell. Let's take a step back and talk about Mario's real origin. I mean, the actual historical Mario, not this war-hardened tank of a man I'm building here. Let's get the facts straight before I go full bananas and start spinning made-up lore about Gears of War Mario. Oh, and I will do it. Don't you doubt me. But first, let's take a quick breather and check out a full turntable of the finished sculpt, and the printed version too, so you could actually see what kind of beast we're dealing with. Right, now let's get him painted and continue our story. So, who is Mario really? At first glance, he is a mustachioed Italian plumber with a thing for red hats, mushrooms and heroic jumping. But dig a little deeper and you'll find that Mario's not just hopping around for cardio. He's Nintendo's OG icon, a cultural titan, and believe it or not, a bit of an enigma. Let's rewind. Mario first appeared not in his own game, but in Donkey Kong 1981. Back then, he was just Jumpman. And yes, he was already jumping over barrels like a man with a lifelong vendetta against gravity. The name Mario came later, inspired by Nintendo of America's landlord, Mario Segale, or Segale, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, apparently he barged in demanding rent and left with immortality. Where does Mario live? Well, canonically, the Mushroom Kingdom, though in some iterations he's from Brooklyn, New York, so he either moved to a magical kingdom or has a very active imagination. In either case, his job seems to involve plumbing as much as your dentist plays bass in a metal band on weekends. I mean, yes, technically he's a plumber, but we rarely see him fixing pipes, unless those pipes lead to underground lava temples. What drives Mario? Some say it's love, others say justice. But let's be honest, he's saved Princess Peach from Bowser over a dozen times. At this point you start to wonder if Peach just loves the drama. But Mario keeps going because to him, adventure isn't just a job, it's his lifestyle. Whether he's stomping Goombas or racing in go-karts on his day off, Mario does it all with a grin and a sound effect. And let's throw in some less known facts about Mario. Mario has a last name. Ready? It's Mario. That's right, he's Mario Mario. And Luigi is Luigi Mario, which makes them the Mario Bros. To those of you who will say, nah, that's cap, Mario doesn't have a last name. Yes, he does. Since 2015. Look it up. Okay, what else? He's done more jobs than Barbie. Aside from plumbing, Mario's been a doctor, an Olympic athlete, a carpenter, a race car driver, a referee, and even an archaeologist. The man's got side hustles. And Mario's iconic jump? Well, you know, this one. That was originally a bug in the game physics. But it felt good, so they kept it. Kind of like pineapple pizza happened. Debatable, I know. So why does he keep doing all this? Maybe it's his hobby. Maybe stomping Goombas, defeating dragon turtles, and yelling, "It's me, Mario!" into the void is just how Mario expresses himself. Or maybe, just maybe, he's the purest form of a hero. Someone who shows up every single time, no matter how many times he's been there before. And let's be honest, if you had a chance to ride a Yoshi, throw fireballs, and punch question blocks full of coins, wouldn't you keep coming back? So yeah, the Mario universe isn't just about saving the princess. It's a rich world filled with legendary power-ups and decades of adventures. But this time, I wanted to flip the script. What if Mario wasn't just the cheerful plumber we all know? What if he had scars from the battles he fought? What if years of chasing Bowser through lava-filled castles, breaking floating brick walls with his head, and fighting off Hammer Bros had turned him into something more hardened? A warrior, a survivor, a legend. That's the Mario I wanted to make. A Mario who didn't just leap over Goombas, he crashed them under armored boots. A Mario who didn't just throw fireballs, he wielded fire like a weapon of war. And so, here he is. This isn't your let's-a-go Mario. This guy has been through hell, and he wears every scar like a story. The Mushroom Kingdom has collapsed. Once a whimsical land of bricks and power-ups, it now lies in ruin. Industrial wasteland, ruled by brutal warlords. Skies where Lakitus once floated are blackened, and Goombas twisted into berserk infantry. Peace died the day the Koopa Empire launched a techno-military blitz, corrupting the warp pipe network and rewriting the very laws of physics that held their world together. Amidst the chaos, one enforcer operates beyond the chain of command. No backup, no politics, just results. Enter Mario. Once a civilian engineer on the orbital platforms, Mario is now a hardened combatant, a grizzled survivor of 1,000 battles. His red cap is tattered, his mustache dusted with ash. He doesn't jump for golden coins anymore. He jumps between fractured rooftops, dodging drone patrols and plasma fire. Now he works alone, moving from system to system, fixing what he can, fighting when he must. He still believes in saving the world. He has just stopped expecting a thank you. He's stoic, driven, and occasionally cracks a dry one-liner, but he's lost the innocence of that dandy console cartridge. He doesn't smash Goombas like you're smashing the like button. He interrogates them, and he knows that not every pipe leads to safety. In this world, Mario doesn't save princesses anymore. He fights to restore the last remaining spark of the Mushroom Kingdom's magic, one star at a time. Well, that was intense. Right, and what about his gear in this world? Well, Mario's tactical overalls aren't just cosplay. It's reinforced with Kevlar threaded plating and pressure sealed at key points. The suit holds up under extreme impacts, chemical exposure, and hostile environments. His magma boots are equipped with grav stabilizers for controlled high jumps and impact dampening. Built-in energy diffusers allow him to charge through molten terrain and drop ground pounds that send out shockwaves strong enough to clear a battlefield. Threaded into the lining of his suit is the Mushroom Drive, a discrete stim system delivering tightly controlled bursts of strength and agility when activated. It draws from internally stored spores processed by a microreactor in his belt unit. It keeps him fast, strong, and focused. Though overuse causes side effects, mostly visionary and auditory hallucinations. But he kind of learned to pace himself. At his side is Plumbline, a hybrid weapon/tool cobbled together from salvaged alien tech and repurposed Federation schematics. Part range, part multi-tool, part kinetic warhammer. With each swing, its internal gyro system calibrates to Mario's muscle memory, making it feel weightless in motion and brutally heavy on impact. It can breach reinforced doors, disable power armor, or smash a Koopa Trooper into scrap metal with surgical precision. And then there are the Fire Core gloves. Inspired by the Fire Flower, these gauntlets are lined with heat-reactive filaments and microcapacitors. They absorb ambient thermal energy, letting Mario hurl bursts of fire with pinpoint accuracy, or ignite his punches to melt through steel plating. Somebody stop me. So, from a pixelated plumber jumping over barrels to a cultural icon recognized around the globe, Mario's journey has been nothing short of legendary. And with this figure, I wanted to capture that spirit, a mix of nostalgia and reinvention. A tribute to a hero who's been with us for over 4 decades, constantly evolving but never losing what made him special in the first place. Bringing this version of Mario to life was a challenge and took me quite a while, but it was satisfying nevertheless. I would say that sculpting, modeling and painting each detail made me even feel like I was crafting an alternative history for the character. A what if that asks, what if Mario really had to fight for the Mushroom Kingdom like a soldier on the battlefield? So, if you enjoyed even a part of this ride, whether it's the sculpt, the paint job, the storytelling, or just the sheer madness of it all, consider giving this video a like. It really helps a lot. And if you want to see where Sculpt Tales goes next, stick around. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts, ideas, or even wild questions, so drop them down in the comments. It took me a whale of time and a mountain of effort to create both this figure and this video. So if you made it this far, thank you. It means the world. And that's it. And now to the fancy turntable. Let's go!